Hi, my name is Tim Woodman. I'm Managing Director of Management Learning Coaching. And this is the next in the sequence of top tips, and the subject material that we're going to choose today is project management. Now, for most of us, project management is an add-on to our day jobs. And for some people, project management, of course, is their day job. So what I'm going to share with you today is just some ideas around what are the key issues that you might face in managing projects, even if it's whether you're a project manager directly or whether it's something that you do as an add-on. First thing I'm going to do is share with you a sequence of events that happen for all projects. So notwithstanding whether your organisation already has decided to define exactly what those sequences might be and for you to follow those, then or whether you're just coming at projects for the first time, they all fit this same pattern. And you'll see behind me now that pattern, and it has 5 stages. Why are we doing something? So the why phase. And we need to know why we're doing something as a project manager, because it gives us context for our decision making. So as the project moves forward, enable us to know where to focus. The second stage is the what phase. In other words, the definition of what exactly are you expecting me to do. The how phase is the plan that comes out of that says, okay, I now know what I'm supposed to be doing, and this is how I'm going to do it. The fourth phase is do it, and of course the last phase is closing the project down. For some, especially on big projects, that's actually quite a difficult activity to accomplish. So let's look at this thing now with 3 tips which I'm going to share with you on how you can improve your project management around this sequence that I've shared with you just here. The first tip is about the what phase, and that's all about making sure that the time, cost and quality triangle, you'll see that behind me, how those 3 things interact. Now, as a project manager, as I move down the timeline, the project, as a project moves forward and I start to approach or get close to the deadlines, I want information that will help me to make the right decisions today that will have an impact on those time, cost, quality constraints. So what that means is that as the project manager, I've got to find ways of having systems that will provide me with the information that tells me where should I be focusing my time and my effort. So that's the first tip for you. Make sure you've got systems that will feed you the information that will allow you to make good decisions on a day-by-day basis. The second tip revolves around the how should we be doing this. Here's some experience that we have with our guys on training programs. We give them an exercise to do right at the beginning, and what we inevitably expose are their natural instincts. And people's natural instincts is not to plan, which is a bit weird, isn't it? When we think that actually project management is all about planning and putting a plan together. But our natural instincts are that we do all this work up front, we do this great plan, and then we put the plan in the bottom drawer, because what happens as soon as somebody says go is the things that we forecasted were going to happen don't actually happen, or they change, or something different comes along, or somebody has a bright idea. So it's not the plan that's vital, it's the planning that's absolutely vital. So on a regular basis, you should go back to your plan and replan. It's that planning process that helps you to forecast and predict what's likely to happen, and therefore to be able to be in a better place to be able to make and take the right decisions. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 now is on the do it phase. How do we get other people to do things that we want them to do on time, for the cost that we've budgeted for, and to the quality that we expect? And the trouble is for most people, they're doing things for you on top of their day job. Now, the difficulty here, the real problem that you face as the project manager, is getting to understand where the task that you want them to accomplish fits in their priorities. Now, when you go talk to them, of course, they will be saying, yes, I can do that, and they will put it pretty much at the top of their priority list because you're with them face to face. But as soon as you turn around and start to go the other direction, along comes their boss and reorganises the priority. So what's my problem as a project manager? Well, it's not that the priority changes, it's more, how do I get to know when the priorities change so that I can change what I'm about, and possibly make decisions, maybe make a different plan, maybe find somebody else to do the work, maybe go talk to the boss. There's all sorts of things that I could do, but if I don't know those priorities are changed until it's much too late, in other words, when the deadline's looming, then that's my real problem. So tip number 3 is make sure you've got a system in place that tells you that the priorities of the individuals that are working for you have changed and not the ones that you agreed to. So I hope you found that useful. So just to recap now, the system pretty much will follow this. Why am I doing it? What am I supposed to be doing? How am I going to do it? I've then got to do it and close it down. The first tip I shared with you as a project manager in the what phase is making sure I understand my time costs, quality constraints, so that I can make decisions today that will affect that outcome. The second tip is about planning. Make sure you are doing planning on a regular basis. And the third tip is all about getting other people to do things for you, and that's all about understanding how and why their priorities might change and you getting to know about them really quickly. So I hope you found this useful, and please, we've got all sorts of different information, other tips and things. Please go to the links that are shown just below here. We'd also love for you to actually share with us your thoughts, ideas, and connect with us on social media, and you'll find some links below here where you can click and have a look at some of the other things that we're producing. My name is Tim Woodman, and this is Management Learning and Coaching, and these have been the top tips on project management.